In the bustling city of Pittsburgh in 1996, we find Jamie hard at work in an electronics store, showcasing his charm and sales skills to entice customers into purchasing phones and stereos. Amidst his flirtatious banter with women of all ages, he can't resist the temptation of flirting with the store owner's girlfriend, Christy. Their escapade takes an unexpected turn when they accidentally broadcast their intimate moment over the store's intercom, leaving the owner furious. A punch to the face from his enraged boss prompts Jamie to make a hasty exit, not forgetting to flirt with a woman named Amber on his way out. Later that evening, Jamie attends a family dinner at his parents' house. Amidst a backdrop of a successful doctor, father, and sister, Jamie's brother Josh, a wealthy owner of a medical software company, engages in a heated argument with his wife. The conversation takes a turn towards Jamie's recent firing and his decision to drop out of med school, drawing disapproval from the family. Unfazed, Jamie reveals his plan to venture into pharmaceutical sales with Josh's support, particularly in securing a position with Pfizer. With Josh's assistance, Jamie embarks on a journey into the pharmaceutical world, attending seminars to hone his skills. However, his initial attempts at pitching Zoloft and Zithromax to doctors prove challenging as they consistently rebuff his efforts. Jamie's ambitious supervisor, Bruce, sees him as the key to advancing to the big leagues in Chicago. Bruce believes that if Jamie can sway Dr. Knight to prescribe Zoloft over Prozac, other doctors will follow suit. Determined to make an impact, Jamie resorts to unconventional tactics, including flirting with Dr. Knight's receptionists and pilfering Prozac samples from the medicine cabinets to dispose of them discreetly in the dumpster. The stage is set for Jamie's journey into the competitive world of pharmaceutical sales. In the following days, Jamie continues to struggle with his pharmaceutical sales, prompting him to resort to a drastic measure. He decides to offer Dr. Knight a $1,000 bribe for the opportunity to shadow him and gain insight into the medical field. Dr. Knight, enticed by the extra income, agrees to the arrangement, and Jamie spends the day passionately advocating the benefits of Zoloft over Prozac. During their day together, Dr. Knight tends to a patient named Maggie, played by Anne Hathaway, a 26-year-old with an early onset of Parkinson's disease. Seizing the opportunity, Jamie, disguised in a white lab coat, assumes the role of an intern. However, the encounter takes an unexpected turn when Maggie reveals that someone has stolen all her medication and provides Jamie with a lengthy list of necessary refills. The situation becomes more awkward as Maggie asks Dr. Knight to examine a peculiar lump on her chest, which turns out to be a spider bite. In a parking lot later, Maggie confronts Jamie. She delivers a punch to his face, captures an incriminating photo with an instant camera, and departs. Returning home, Jamie discovers his brother Josh, now separated from his wife, seeking temporary shelter. Eager to pursue a connection with Maggie, Jamie contacts Dr. Knight's receptionist for Maggie's contact information. After reaching out, he convinces Maggie to join him for coffee, although the date is characterized by Jamie's charm and Maggie's initial reluctance. The encounter swiftly transitions to intimacy at her apartment, but Maggie promptly kicks Jamie out afterward. As time passes, Jamie finds himself entangled in a tumultuous and unconventional relationship with Maggie. Their encounters include impromptu and unpredictable rendezvous, with Maggie even making a daring visit to Jamie's apartment. Provocatively, nothing under a coat, only to be unexpectedly witnessed by Jamie's brother and roommate, Josh. While disposing of Prozac pills in a parking lot dumpster, Jamie finds himself unexpectedly facing Trey, the hot-headed representative for Prozac. Trey, a top seller in the region, reveals his awareness of Jamie's actions and warns him to cease his activities. The confrontation escalates into a physical altercation, with Trey asserting his dominance before departing, cautioning Jamie to stay away from Maggie. Seeking solace, Jamie grabs takeout food and heads to Maggie's downtown loft. Their conversation touches on Trey's dual life, married but seeing Maggie on the side, and Maggie's struggle with Parkinson's, exacerbated by her job as a waitress without health insurance. Despite their challenges, they share an intimate moment, though Jamie faces difficulty in getting aroused. Maggie offers comforting words, and they spend the remainder of the evening together, with Maggie playfully suggesting Jamie explore a new erection drug developed by his company. The next day, as Jamie departs, Maggie conceals tremors in her left hand. Concerned for Maggie, Jamie discusses the situation with Bruce, who promises to investigate the potential new drug. Subsequently, Jamie receives approval to sell Viagra, transforming him into a sought-after figure among doctors. Back at his apartment, Jamie engages in a conversation with Maggie, attempting to persuade her to enter into a relationship. Despite his efforts, Maggie declines and leaves. The following day, Jamie discovers Maggie assisting senior citizens onto a bus bound for Canada to acquire affordable prescription drugs. To Jamie's surprise, he waits in the parking lot for over 24 hours for Maggie's return, earning her appreciation. Eventually, Maggie agrees to a relationship, with the condition that she reserves the right to criticize and resent him when he eventually ends it. As their connection deepens, Maggie shares her artistic journey, transitioning from painting to photography/collages after her Parkinson's diagnosis. Jamie opens up about abandoning medical school due to attention deficit disorder, ADD. Following a night of networking at the bar, Jamie returns home and shares an intimate moment with Maggie. In the midst of their connection, he unexpectedly experiences a bout of hyperventilation and confides in her, expressing his love for her, his first time vocalizing such emotions. A few days later, Jamie discusses an upcoming conference in Chicago with Bruce, expressing hesitance about leaving Maggie due to her illness. When he arrives home, he finds Maggie in a drunken state. Unaware that she had run out of medication and couldn't obtain a refill in time, their disagreement escalates, leading Jamie to leave. However, Maggie's distress becomes evident as she breaks down, unable to control the tremors in her left hand. Jamie returns, and the two reconcile. Realizing the importance of their relationship, Jamie invites Maggie to accompany him to the conference. While there, Maggie is approached by a woman who notices her hand tremors and invites her to a nearby Parkinson's convention. Touched by the stories of individuals grappling with Parkinson's, Maggie urges Jamie to join her. At the convention, Jamie strikes up a conversation with a middle-aged man whose wife is in the advanced stages of the disease. Seeking guidance, Jamie receives a stark piece of advice: to reconsider the relationship due to the inevitable challenges, heartache, and financial strain associated with Maggie's worsening condition. This revelation deeply shakes Jamie. Post-convention, Maggie expresses her love for Jamie and her newfound sense of liberation from the fear surrounding her Parkinson's diagnosis. Jamie, grappling with insecurity and internal conflict, finds himself torn between his love for Maggie and the daunting challenges forewarned by the man at the convention. Over the ensuing weeks, Jamie takes Maggie to specialists and seminars nationwide, sparing no expense on tests, maxing out credit cards on hotel accommodations and airfare. Tensions escalate during a visit to a Boston doctor when an appointment is rescheduled, leading to a heated confrontation with a receptionist. As Jamie vents his frustration, Maggie walks out, prompting a subsequent argument where she reveals her grim realization that there's no cure for her Parkinson's and she no longer finds joy in their pursuits. Despite Jamie's reluctance, they part ways. Depressed over the breakup, Jamie succumbs to Dr. Knight's persuasion to attend a pajama party at another doctor's house. Alongside his brother Josh, who swiftly finds companionship, Jamie consumes and engages in a regrettable three-way encounter with two female co-workers. The night takes a dark turn as Jamie experiences a painful reaction, leading to a trip to the ER with Josh, who reflects on the emptiness of Jamie's chaotic lifestyle and expresses his intent to reconcile with his wife. The following evening, Jamie joins Bruce for dinner at a restaurant and unexpectedly encounters Maggie on a date with a rebound partner. Awkward conversation ensues, and Bruce arrives to announce Jamie's promotion to the Chicago office. Maggie congratulates him and swiftly departs, leaving Jamie to grapple with a mix of emotions and uncertainties about his future. Watching the footage, he has an epiphany and realizes he wants to be with Maggie. Determined, Jamie rushes to the restaurant where she works, only to learn from her boss that Maggie has departed for a medication run to Canada. Undeterred, Jamie speeds after her. On the highway, Jamie chases down the bus and convinces the driver to pull over at a rest stop. Maggie steps off the bus, giving Jamie 3 minutes to plead his case. Expressing his profound feelings, Jamie tells Maggie that she makes him a better person, confesses his love, and declares his need for her. Overwhelmed, Maggie tearfully admits she will need him more, but hesitates, feeling unable to ask that of him. They share a heartfelt hug and kiss, leading to a montage that follows, accompanied by Jamie's voiceover, emphasizing that money isn't everything, and encouraging others to pursue their dreams. The movie concludes with a poignant message about the value of embracing life and following one's passions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Your support means the world to us. Stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep chasing those dreams.